why in the heck anybody would want to become a district governor. Um, I can tell you, becoming district governor, and I'm a year and a half out. It's a tremendous amount of work, and it's a tremendous commitment. Uh, but I think I can speak really for all the district governors on why. I think there's one resounding reason why we want to become district governor, and I think it's we want to make a difference. We're each one of the district governors are uniquely different, but the district governors that I know personally have a passion for wanting to make a difference, both locally and internationally. So that's the crux of why become district governor. Um, I can tell you, it for me it started whenever I was asked to be president of the Rotary Club of Hilo, and it was a last minute request when the PE dropped out at the last minute. I think he dropped out in February. Um, Shortly after Pets or somewhere in that neighborhood. So my good friend Wally Wong um, had found out, and I've been a Rotarian for 27 years and never taken a leadership role in the club. But I was just one of those guys that was so busy with a full-time career here at Kilauea Military Camp, and then also a full-time career as an Army Reserve officer, plus raising a family. I just didn't have, I knew I could not commit, to being a leader in the club. And I've always been that sort of person that if I can't commit, 100%, I don't do it. If I can't do it right, don't want to do it. Now I say commit, but I had a helping hand with Wally. Our sons went to high school together at Kamehameha, and so Wally had known or figured out that I had retired from the Army Reserve side of the house. So I only had one full-time job. And I think that's what created the call from Wally, was knowing that I had a little bit of free time. And actually, he was spot on. Actually, I was kind of enjoying, getting my golf game back together and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. But Wally called on I think a Thursday evening and said, "Hey, we need a president. Nobody wants to step up." So we talked for probably half an hour, 45 minutes on the phone. And so I told him I would think about it. And then even though I'd been a Rotarian for 27 years, I didn't realize at that time, whenever you say I think about it, actually means yes, I'll do it. And so I thought about it and went to the Friday meeting and was going to tell Wally thanks, but no thanks. But Wally beat me to the punch and announced to the club that I had stepped up to be a president for 2016, 2017. So, one lesson learned is in Rotary, it has to be a resounding no. Otherwise, it can be interpreted as a yes. And for me, you know, uh, so I did my year, and I'll say that it was absolutely the best year as a Rotarian. So those PNs out there like Keisha and looking at the screen, I don't know who else is PNs, but it is absolutely the best year as a Rotarian. Had a tremendous amount of fun. Made a difference, I think, anyway. Of course, that's my opinion. Others may have thought that he didn't make a difference, but my opinion is we made quite a bit of difference in the club that year, and we had a whole bunch of fun. And I think that's the key to volunteers is if you may have great projects um, but if it's not fun, uh, you're just, you're going to lose the interest of the club, and you're, as a whole, it's going to be a very, very difficult time, because then it all becomes work and no play. And as a volunteer, if you can't have fun doing what you're doing, I mean, I'd look at a guy like Mark there, and Mark has had such great fun with working on global grants and international projects and peace projects and stuff. He wouldn't be doing it if he didn't really enjoy it, and knowing that he was making a difference. Yeah, so that's for me. That's how I got to where I was. And um, I thought I was going to, after being president, that I would just kind of slide back into being, one of those guys with the past president's badge, just kind of sat in the back and enjoyed, the club meetings and stuff. And then Nalani had her AG for East Hawaii, had dropped out, could no longer be the AG. So kind of same predicament Wally was in, looking for a replacement. And she asked me an AG for the next 3 years, and then did District Leadership Academy with Arizona, because we didn't have an academy at that time. So I just kept learning more and more, and I'm still learning every day. Ask Naomi, I bug her about 15 times a day about this, that, and everything else. The learning is a continuous process. It's not, once you reach a certain level, you got it all. And I know I've only got 15 minutes, and I think I got a few more minutes to talk about a few other things. The key, I think, for going forward, for my year, and for all the president nominees out there, is preparing for that year ahead of time, and not having such a steep learning curve that I had whenever I decided to become PE, and it was March timeframe, and I just didn't know anything. So the key is to start learning the processes and what we got to do early on. And I think that's key to enjoying your year too. So everything isn't such a rush, and you're trying to learn it and do it at the same time. And that's why, for me, about the time I kind of figured out what I was doing, it's January, February, and you're in that downhill slide where everything is just fun at that point, because the previous 10, 12 months was all work. But we have the programs and stuff set up today that really lends itself well to presidents coming in and being able to hit the ground running and learn it gradually, over a year, and not all at one time, and it's coming at you in 20 different directions. And I have to thank Naomi and Benson for setting up the training programs and stuff, and Wendy for the District Leadership Academy, because those are all very, very key components to I think being a successful leader in Rotary. We will start for my year, actually this year in August. We'll start with the first what I call prep training, which is just pre-pets training. And with our move to Southwest Pets in LA, the learning curve again was pretty vertical, because they do things that are different than they did in San Jose at Far West Pets. But LA is going to be fun. But I want to have, my goal is to have all 53 presidents ready, so whenever they get to pets, they're just going to have a great time. They're going to know what's going on before they get there, and then it's sharing, and that's the key component for the presidents is being able to intermix with presidents from all throughout the other districts that participate in Far West Pets, which is California, Arizona, Texas, I think. Yeah, so learning from all those other presidents on how they're doing things and the challenges, and then having fun, in preparation for the year that we'll have ahead of us. Just a little bit more about Southwest Pets, because it's done a little bit different than it's done quite a bit different than Far West Pets. But we'll have an evening or a day, a meal where we'll just feature District 5000. And we've got some pretty good plans together for that to be able to enjoy a pretty good time. And with that, I think I'm pretty much on my 15 minutes. But I'm wide open for any questions or anything.
Naomi, did you want me to just? Oh.
No, wait, hold on. So any questions for Randy? No. Okay, so if Randy, can we go through the drill for the PN? So Southwest Pets is going to start their training in September, and registration for pets will start in September. Then pre-pets is going to be in February, right? And
correct.
So that's virtual. So all of the content is going to be from September through February online. And then Randy, you're going to have monthly meetings with the PNs to go over the content, right?
Correct.
And
The plan for us, actually we'll start in August, skip September, because I'm going to be completely out of the net for the month of September. But we're going to mix there's some very, very good things that come out of doing things virtually, and this training is one of them, where you can reach so many more people for such a minimal cost than going back to doing the district training in a live environment where you're moving 6, 8, 10 people from all over the state to the different islands and stuff. So I've decided I want to do that virtually, but I also want to build camaraderie with all the clubs and the PEs and the AGs. So we're gonna I'm gonna be scheduling PEAG socials on each one of the islands, and we'll do probably at least 3, maybe 4 PEAG socials on Oahu, and this will all be before pre-pets, because what we want to do is just to build up the camaraderie and the learning and everything before we get to pre-pets. So we have a good roll forward at pre-pets, and then 2 weeks later we're in LA at the Marriott. And just real quickly, one of the reasons why we made the move from Far West Pets to Southwest Pets is to be able to save a day out of the PE's calendar, because at flying in and out of San Jose, we always had to stay over Sunday night, even though the training ends at noon. We'd have to stay the night because we couldn't catch flights back. Going to LA, we'll be able to come in on Thursday night and then leave on Sunday with the rest of the conference attendees. And for those very, very restricted on timelines and stuff, you can red eye in on Friday morning and save even more money. But it's a tough day to red eye and then set through the programs and stuff that day. And we'll have socials both Friday night and Saturday night. So social will be fun. So.
Yeah, so the big benefit go to Southwest Pets, Mark, was that we can fly back on Sunday afternoon rather than stay overnight. And that was a factor for some PEs that they didn't have the luxury of taking so much time away from work. Also, Southwest Pets is a little cheaper, and they also allow other people to attend, whereas Far West Pets, you couldn't bring your spouse, and we couldn't bring secretaries or other people to go. So Southwest Pets is end of February. So it's a little earlier than Far West Pets, but I think it is better to fly back, have the option to fly back on Sunday. Okay, so that's for the PNs. So as you go into your clubs, the club level leadership, you have the president-elect, you've got your secretary, treasurer, and committee chairs. And then once you're a president, a past president, you can look into the District Leadership Academy. And so Wendy, what is the District Leadership Academy?
Thank you, Naomi. So I'm very honored to serve as the Dean for this District Leadership Academy. Honestly, it's been one of the most memorable Rotary projects that I've had the pleasure to work on. So John Maxwell says, no matter where you are in your leadership journey, never forget that what got you to where you are is not going to get you to the next level, right? So through Rotary, I've met some of the strongest leaders I know, but I have learned that the strongest leaders believe that leaders should never stop learning and trying to become better leaders for the people that they serve. And our world is changing around this very rapidly. The true test of leadership is how well you're going to function in a crisis, and crisis moments create opportunities because it forces us to focus on things outside the norm, but we need strong leaders to help us get there. And now more than ever, we need strong leaders in our businesses, in our communities, and we need strong leaders to lead our district. And that's why I'm so excited to be a part of this program. It was District Governor Naomi's vision to bring back the District Leadership Academy. As you heard Randy said, he went to a District Leadership Academy, but it was actually in another district. Our preparation for this program started almost 2 years ago. And in August of 2020, in the height of the pandemic, we officially launched our program. The Rotary District 5000 Leadership Academy is a comprehensive leadership training series designed to train a select group of Rotarians to be effective leaders in their clubs, in their district, and in their lives. This academy is a 7-month series of advanced Rotary leadership training in the areas of servant leadership, team building, membership development, fundraising and the foundation, public image and communication, fiduciary responsibility, and public speaking and presentation skills. This year's sessions were taught by Rotary International leaders from around the world and skilled district leaders through 7 90-minute live virtual sessions. And our last session is coming up this month, actually. But our participants, thanks to Naomi, have heard from people like our RI President nominee Jennifer Jones, Dorita Solari, our RI Director and Vice President, Nancy Davidson, Manager of Global Brand Marketing for RI, Julie Aubrey, our RI Regional Membership Officer, Nick Taylor, RI Club and District Support, Kent Keith, who's a servant leadership author and a national speaker, and Jeff Cochran, who's our annual giving officer of the Rotary Foundation. So as you can see, we really wanted this to be a next level leadership training where you are learning directly from the RI leaders themselves. Our participants also receive monthly one-on-one mentoring sessions with a past district governor. And I've been hearing that that's been very helpful for them as well. So we hope that this Leadership Academy will provide Rotarians a leadership program that will enhance their personal growth and further develop their leadership skills. It is meant to be the 201 level district leadership training. So what many of you are going through, if you're a PN or a PE, you're going through the 101 level of training. And then once you become club president and you then graduate to become a past president, then you can take part in this fantastic program. So the Leadership Academy graduates will be recognized at the 2021 District Conference next month when they officially graduate next month. The District Leadership Academy is open to past club presidents who have demonstrated leadership skills and are interested in serving in a future leadership position in the district or beyond. This year, we were happy to welcome 12 Rotarians from 4 islands to be our inaugural participants. So if you are thinking of stepping up to become the next generation of leaders for our district, or you know someone who would be perfect for this and is a past president, we highly encourage you to consider applying for the District 5000 Leadership Academy next year. We anticipate having our applications out this summer in June or July. So please feel free to contact myself, Benson, Naomi, Sandy, or Randy for more information. Any of us can get that to you. So that's it.
Any questions for Wendy? Okay. So we'll be taking applications soon, and it's going to start August. Was it August? August. Okay, for 7 months.
August, yeah.
Okay, so what I wanted to do was kind of run down some of the positions that we have in the district and also in Rotary International, so you can see what kind of opportunities there are. Okay, so for the structure, Rotary structure, okay, we have the clubs, Rotary International, and then the foundation. And each category has a lot of positions. So for the clubs, of course, you have the officers, the president, committee chairs, and then there's leadership training for the youth service. But for Rotary International District 5000, that's our official name, we've got, just a background, we've got 53 clubs, including 2 E-clubs, although we're kind of all E-clubs right now, 2 satellite clubs, 2 community core, 7 Rotaract, and 30 Interact clubs in the district. So the district, the structure is, we have the district governor, we have the vice governor, who usually is the immediate past district governor, the district secretary, treasurer, finance committee, the assistant governors, and the travel coordinator. So these are the district officers. Okay, then we have the district committees, and they may change from year to year, but we have standing committees. So the standing committees, you need to be an active member in good standing in a club in the district, okay? And then a past district governor and a past assistant governor, past club president, or an effective committee chair, and you're eligible to be on the district committee. Okay, so the standing committees, these are the standing committees from our policy manual. So we have a district policy manual that's on the district website if you ever wanted to see it. And we have a lot of committees, and it's because the committees, the district, need to support the clubs. The clubs are the most important piece because you guys are on the front line. We have a foundation committee, a membership committee, past district governor, advisory, training. And so these are all of the standing committees, and each committee might have a lot of subcommittees. So we need a lot of help within the district level. Then for the foundation, we've got foundation committees, which when you break it down into the different types of giving or the different activities, we have these subcommittees that are in the district Rotary Foundation Committee. So subcommittees, annual giving, permanent fund, peace fellowships, scholarships, grants, Polio Plus, these are all the subcommittees of the Foundation Committee. So each subcommittee could have another committee that has multiple members as well. On the district international service committee, we might have a global grant subcommittee. We might have the international service for non-global grant projects, and also awareness. So that committee is to help the clubs with international service projects. Then community service, of course, is the committee that would help on district community service projects or club community service committees. Then the youth service would have several committees, And that would be Interact, Rotaract, the RILA, and the Youth Exchange. So these also would have multiple committee members. Then we have a district conference committee, and we should have a standing committee for the district conference with people who can serve for maybe 3 years, but we have been going from year to year with just a few members being carryovers. Some of the more of the district positions, we've got an ombudsman. The ombudsman is it's usually an attorney, and it's Gary Grimmer right now. And that person will look into and investigate any reports of misuse of grant funds, or it could be any complaints that the district has. Okay, so that's the ombudsman. So hopefully that person doesn't do anything, so we don't have any complaints or misuse. Then the district secretary would be the one who would take minutes for all of the meetings, train the secretaries, be the go-to person to answer questions, maybe look at the attendance for the clubs. Then the district treasurer would be the one who is the custodian of all of the funds, helps to get the checks written, reconciles the statements, helps with the tax return and the reporting. We have a travel coordinator, because any travel that is done on the district's dime needs to go through the travel coordinator. So that person needs to know how to make flight arrangements and give advice on the best routes. Okay, and then we have island resource team leaders and team members. And so this is a group of experts who can help the clubs with foundation membership, public image, or other areas as necessary. Okay, so every island has one except Oahu. We just use the district chairs. Then the assistant governors are 1-year positions, and it can be renewed up to 3 years at the discretion of the district governor. And that person, the assistant governor, is the one who connects the clubs with the district and gives support to the individual clubs. Okay, so the qualifications for an assistant governor is you need to be active, of course, serve as the president. So you have to have had a full term as president, willing to serve, demonstrate performance on the district level, and have potential for future leadership. So these are district appointees for the assistant governors. We have 11 right now. So 1 on Kauai, 2 on Maui, 2 on the Big Island, and the rest on Oahu. Okay, so the requirements: attend training, attend pre-pets and pets. Right, Randy? They're going to pets, right? The AGs?
That's correct. I plan on taking all the AGs to pets.
Okay, and the AG works with the incoming presidents for the clubs. They attend the assembly training. They may, well, they go to club meetings as well, monthly preferably, but sometimes it's just quarterly. So it's a lot of work, but you know, you're overseeing the clubs in your area, and you have this leadership of opportunity to really make a difference for those clubs, to be supportive of that president. Okay, and so the chief of staff, sometimes we have a chief of staff or a lead AG, and they coordinate the assistant governors. Okay, so for district governor, the qualifications for a district governor, we select the district governor 2 years before serving. And so the nomination, the applications will be of period will open about September, August, September. We have the nomination committee come together in November, and that's where we interview all of the candidates. So you need to be a member in good standing. You need to be a past president. So as a full term or charter member, a willingness to serve and demonstrate qualities. Okay, so what does the DG do? We already kind of gave you some of those things, but there's a lot of training for a district governor in training. And so there's a district governor nominee training, NATS, GNAT, GNAT training. that we go to at the zone training. Then there's the GETS training, the district governor-elect training. So there's a lot of homework, there's a lot of support, but a lot of training that goes into training for the district governor. Okay, so this district governor's job is to strengthen the clubs, to organize new clubs, encourage foundation giving, promote a positive public image, have a safe environment. So you're putting on your fiduciary hat on to make sure that we do the proper training, including the youth protection training. So, you know, it's a lot of fiduciary responsibility to make sure we're using the funds correctly, we're supporting the clubs. Okay, and then there's of course much more that the district governor does. There's district governor visits to all of the clubs. There's meeting with the assistant governors, there's meetings with the committees, and a lot of fundraisers and things that the district governor needs to go to. So for district, going up to the international level, we have the president, we've got a trustee, a general secretary, which is Ed Futa for 12 years. So that position doesn't change, but the president trustees do change. There's directors, trustees, and regional leaders who are 3 years. Who are the regional leaders? These are at the zone level. We have a regional foundation coordinator. We have Rotary coordinators, Rotary public image coordinators, endowment major gift advisors. So these are all on the zone level. So the zone structure, okay, so we're in zone 26, 27. There are 535 districts. So it's the club in the district in a zone, and then the zones in the Rotary International, right? So the 34 zones. Okay, so this is our zone director right now, and the next zone director is going to be Vicki Pulitz, and then we'll be electing the next one at the district conference. So training opportunities for the district governor, well, for all of the leaders, we have the convention. That's the training opportunity. The Zone Institute in Arizona is in November. The district governor-elect goes to International Assembly. It's in Orlando in February, and then you've got the convention again. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Any questions on positions or how you get there or what they do? Anybody want to apply for district governor?
Oh, come on, Wendy, you would be a natural.
Open mic, ask all your questions.
Naomi, you're a hard act to follow.
I was just going to say that.
This is a transition year. You know, we're trying to really build up the foundation of the district so that it's not as hard for following people. Like the District Leadership Academy is to train people and get them up to the 301 level so that you're prepared. So it's not scary. It's going to be easier from here on out. So Al, you're doing a really good job on Maui with the health group. And so those are all leadership opportunities for what you're doing.
Thank you.
So Keisha and Cindy, do you folks feel pretty good about your year coming up?
Hi, everyone. I'm Keisha. I feel pretty good about it. I received a beautiful card in the mail from Randy early on, and it was so heartfelt and so timely that it made me feel just a little bit more confident that this is going to be a great year. And he continues to say that. So as I attend more trainings, I'm sure that I will be well prepared and equipped to at least show up. Hopefully, I'll be able to do a great job. I have Wendy, who is in my club, and I'm honored to be in the same space as her. She's amazing at what she does, and all of you Rotarians are great resources. So I know with your help, I'll be okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. No questions? Patty, I know you're going to ask a question, right, Patty?
No, no. So it was interesting. I don't think I had ever heard that part of, the structure and how it kind of all fits together. So thank you, Naomi, for sharing that. I will have questions probably, 3-4 months from now. Don't quite know what to ask, but the trainings have been wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I guess our time is up. So it's 12 o'clock. Thank you all for coming. And we'll see you maybe on the 17th where we have more sessions. Thank you. Thanks, Randy, Wendy.
Thanks, Naomi. Bye.
Thanks, Naomi. Bye.
Thank you, Tracy.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. Thank you, you too. Hey, Mark. Did you watch the UN 75th anniversary UN things?
Say that again.